house or something that's coming up.
No,
They
ma'am.
had excessive water usage for a couple of people.
Their meter readings are just constant.
Sonia,
About
can-
4,000 gallons a month.
can you describe your house on April 25th of 2011 when we had that huge flooding all around here and people were being rescued by boats in Boone County? Can you describe the condition of your house?
Well, at the low spot by Lewis Lane and Caps Road, it was underwater. But our home and our septic system was not flooded out, Miss Turner. It wasn't flooded out.
That all drained off, or when?
That all drained off. And that's what, 5.5, 6 inches one day,
No,
and-
no.
yeah, that month, and then the next month was 8 inches. Never had a problem.
Was Mr. Moore out there this morning with you?
Scott Moore and Sam Dunn and Michael Sullins were out there looking at the septic system. The issue with the septic system is excessive water out in the drain field. Look at the ground, you're not going to be surprised by that. If the groundwater's cut off from it, it should function. It's maybe not current modern design standards, but when it was put in, it's probably pretty typical. And that's for Sam Dunn. If you want more details, you mention it, talk to him directly.
Scott Moore was out there when they were pumping that one day, the 1,800 gallons, and he saw where it was running back from the lateral lines because the water had overtaken our lateral lines.
Yeah, if your lateral lines are flooded, you start pulling the tank down, water goes to low level, it's going to go backwards through the pipes to the tank.
And then where does it go? Into our home, right?
Well, it can only go so far. The issue is, you know, if you have a bathtub, if the tub drain is the lowest outlet in your house, that's where it starts to back up, is in the tub.
Yeah, see?
Or a toilet won't flush, or things like that go on. Because you completely flooded, you filled the system up, and there's nowhere for it to go.
Yes. And that's exactly what happened, and that's why we were told to call a plumber, and Mike Arcan came out there and did everything. He's certified again just the other day that there's no leaks underneath our home. It's not our water source.
After Doug does these new water tests, then he needs to get back with you.
I'd like to know the results, as much as curiosity as anything.
And when do you think we'll have your report complete?
Sometime next week.
Then once we get it, then we can make a decision to, well, we need, after Doug gets his water test done, then we can make a decision if we've got a water leak on the south side there, or a Lewis line.
Yeah, that's gonna be an easy decision. It's either leaking or it's not. You know, if it's leaking, you gotta go out and find it and fix it.
Has anybody else got any further questions?
Just one comment.
Okay.
How we found out about Dennis Sternberg and Arkansas Rural Water Association was because Doug said to us, if we would find somebody to do the testing, because you were just small little outfit and you didn't have all the equipment to do this testing. That's how we even found this man by the name of Dennis Sternberg. He was not forthcoming with that. And that, Ms. Turner, that's when this started going south, okay? One lie on top of a lie. We do not want an adversarial situation, but it has been forced to that, to the point where you witnessed this exchange here about his wife and who she was taking pictures, okay? We don't want that. We're good Christian people. We don't want anything more than to be able to live in our home and be a good citizen and a good neighbor.
And we all understand that. We want to be the same to you too.
Actions speak louder than words, ma'am. I'm sorry, but the actions have not been met. And our Freedom of Information Act and our 8 questions that we presented to this board, we are still awaiting a response from this board on every item that we requested. You have that in that packet there, sirs and ma'am.
Alrighty.
Is that request in writing?
Yes.
Is this the one where you're talking about? No, that's the
Our original 8 questions we presented on the 26th when you were here,
Yes.
and we gave you a copy. It's in that folder right there. Yes, and then we've given you another copy, and we sent you a certified copy too. You've all signed for those certified copies again. Yes, sir, you've got it 3 times that we've personally given it to you.
Mayor Dean, may I make one comment? I would like to thank this board for giving as much time as you've given to this issue, and there may be more time. Don't lose patience, okay? A lot of boards, and I think this group has had some experience with at least one or two boards, would not have given this much time. And I think this board needs to be complimented for that. And it may take some more time.
It will.
But to me, as a taxpayer, whatever time it takes, you ought to be willing to give it. And so I just want to, from my point of view, I'm not thanking you for the Artmans or for anybody that's here. I just want to say, from my point of view, you've at least allowed, whether we disagree or not on anything, or disagree or agree, you've at least allowed time to have some discussion of this. Maybe not full discussion. And Craig, I want to thank you and the other gentleman for your coming here too.
Yes, we do appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
I'll add my thanks to that.
I would
Appreciate
also
your
like to
time.
request that this board come to our home and witness exactly what we've experienced. Take a look at the full photos. We've got 100
Yeah,
photos.
we're not trying to hide anything.
We're not trying to hide anything.
Well, I live out in the same area, I understand the standing
Stop by,
waters. I
look at
come
it.
out every morning, the corner along Old Perry Road and Cabot Road, and there's a puddle, we've got places on our
You know the
farm.
area well, don't you?
I know it, I've lived out there all my life too.
Is your mailing address the same as your home address?
Yes.
Yes, sir. And I provided that on that one email that I sent you. Did you need it again?
No.
Okay. When might we hear from anybody about any of this, when the testing will be done?
Doug will schedule a test and,
Will he let us know so that this group can be present during it?
is there a reason why it needs to be present? or
There's some of us that have a vested interest in this, yes,
What about
ma'am.
a couple of representatives from,
Well, he's also on the water system. Us two are on the water system. Let me see. Yeah, Betty and Ed Knight's on the water system. They would like to be present.
we'll have to do a little bit of research, but,
Okay, we were on your site when we did this test on the 29th, and that didn't seem to be an issue. Mr. Wasson?
was that not at your home?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you went on up the road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, Doug will get the test scheduled here in the next, as soon as he can. I know he's got some other things he's got to tend to too, but, we'll get it scheduled just as soon as we can.
Mayor Dean, I don't think you answered her question. Can other people be present?
I would, I don't know.
I'll check with our insurance company and see what it says.
That's
And-
fair. That's
and
fair.
I'll
then-
check with Rural Water's insurance and see what they say, because I don't know.
There may be a liability issue there.
That's
So
fair.
I
once
mean,
they.
I don't have a problem with the
I didn't think
representative
you had
being
a
there.
problem.
If our insurance company doesn't have a problem with it, I would more than welcome Steve to go
Yeah,
with
that-
us. I mean, some of this might not be where she could get to, but, I mean, Steve is sure welcome to come to it as a representative. If the insurance doesn't tell us, something about that.
See, I don't understand that because they didn't have a problem with us doing it on the other test.
But the other test was done by,
I would,
It's the
Arkansas
same,
Rural Water.
but that's the same area that we're talking about, that they're gonna have
But
to.
if we're to.
I would recommend that you look at, say, a maximum of 6 people. Might be 6, might be 4. But say, give us something to go on.
Okay.
A maximum of 6 people. That could be you two, that could be me, that could be Ed, and Eddie, and who else, possibly. Say 6 people. That's a handleable size. I
And
think.
Mr. Womack said he would be here, but he's just recovering from
Yeah,
facial surgery.
Bob Womack might be there with it.
Okay. Alrighty. Anybody else got anything else? Then I guess we are adjourned. Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Recorder?